So I know it can be done.
So why were you in Vegas the first time when you saw the lights?
I have real bad allergies, all right? And I figured I'd like to go someplace dry and see if my allergies.
Had you been there long?
When I saw the thing, I was there the whole summer. And, so I couldn't work the strip or the airport. And I had to be back in by midnight. Or else I get in major trouble with the police with the car. So I was driving back to the Showboat Hotel, which was where I hung out all the time. And it was around dusk, and it was like 80, 90 degrees, you know, and I pull into the lot, I make my right-hand turn into the lot. I see this cab driver. He's pulled off to the side of the road. Normally I would just go right into the stand, which I should have done, and I decided, it looks like he's in trouble, so I'll pull over. But even still, he's not in any danger because it's still warm, you know?
Yeah, is he out of the cab?
Yeah, he's out of the cab, looking over straight south. Okay, and so I get out, I ask him, is he all right? And in a scared, shaky voice, he says, yes, but look at this. So I look, and I see absolutely nothing for about 30 seconds to a minute. And I'm saying, what is this guy talking about? Is he crazy or whatnot? And then all of a sudden, I saw a shooting star. Or what I thought was a shooting star, okay? And you know how the best way to explain it is this shooting star with the tail end with the like white star-like crystal lights, okay? But I said, hey, wait a minute. A shooting star goes this way across the, you know, skyline or whatever. This was going up.
It was right here in the interview when suddenly my recording device started to fail, the audio anyway. I was careful to not videotape his face because he'd expressed concern, and so I was just trying to get the audio, and then here, as soon as he starts describing what he saw, the audio starts to
So could you get the shape of the whole thing, or the general outline?
Well, right now, it's just this white light going up.
Yeah,
upwards,
yeah,
okay?
Gotcha, yeah.
And it went up for, I said, a half a mile.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, then it started to fade away, and an orange ball appears. Okay. Now I'm really scared. I'm not terrified yet, you know.
Yeah.
But I'm getting there.
and this is all happening pretty fast.
Maybe yes, maybe no. I had no idea of time at that point, you know.
Yeah, sure.
And right there, it's gone. The audio, there is no audio for this segment of the video when he describes exactly what he saw in the sky over the desert outside of Las Vegas. And what was so strange was this man who came and stared at me. As soon as I looked the other way, suddenly he was there walking towards us, and his eyes were locked on mine. He came right up to us and just stood there and stared, listening, and then he turned and walked away. I didn't know what to think of him. I thought maybe he wanted to sit on this bench or something. It was so strange. And I was distracted by this. And so I don't even exactly recall how he described it. It's so strange. And the audio's gone. I just recall him describing the process of seeing these lights emerge, and then suddenly an orange ball.
Okay, there's this thing up
in the sky, yeah.
And as far as I was concerned, this was the end of the world. They were invading us. And
that's it, yeah, this is crazy. Yeah.
You know, and so I see these two orange balls, and then all of a sudden, more light comes out of that orange ball and shoots straight across. And not at us, but straight across. And it went across for about a mile. And it faded away. It's the same width, you know. And as far as I know, we don't have any fireworks. This place can shoot that far.
Right.
You know. And another orange ball appears. So now I'm looking at 3 orange balls. Perfect triangle.
Yeah.
All right. And then it's hovering there. So now I'm starting to think at least now. And I was driving to Vegas for about 3 months then. I knew Vegas by heart. You know, it doesn't take long. I knew extremely well. I knew distances, everything. I was trying to get my bearings of what was around me. So the first thing I said, whoa, this thing is huge.
Yeah.
You know, And I keep looking, I'm trying to get a fix on everything. And I keep looking, I'm trying to get a fix on everything. You know, I have no idea of time or space or anything at the moment, and I'm scared to death. And so then I start looking at the craft, right? I start staring into it. I say, hey, wait a minute, I can't see the damn other side. You know? But this is just 3 orange balls floating up there like helicopters. I'm going to be seeing clouds, I'm going to be seeing stars, but I'm seeing none of that. I'm just seeing black, you know? And then I think I'm in communication with it, you know? But I don't...
That must have been... What do you mean by that? How did you suddenly have that... Describe that feeling.
I don't have a feeling with that. I just said...
just suddenly you felt like it was connected to you.
Yeah, that we were connected and we bonded. And then it could have been 5 minutes, could have been 1 minute, I don't know. I saw the lower right ball start to rotate. And then it just, boom, vanished. And then it took me a minute to wake up from this. And I saw my cab driver friend still there. And we went to each other. He was terrified. And we talked, and he saw the exact same thing I did. We described everything perfectly. And then he said he saw it from the beginning, which I did not. And that's why he was terrified. He said it came from the stars. And I didn't ask him what he meant by that. He just got in his cab, ran home, and said, I got to go see if this is on the news. I never heard from him again. I went home. I talked about it on the radio with the cab company for 2 hours. Then I went home, you know, and I caught it on the news. Are you videotaping this, by the way?
I'm not getting your face.
Okay. And so, and I heard that news, and they said that thousands of people called in, radio stations, everything was flooded about strange lights in the sky, and they were joking about it. And then at the end of the broadcast, they said, oh, we know what it was. It was Elvis Presley coming back from the dead to visit the MGM. And left it at that.
Yeah.
You know, I called up the news station the next day and said I had a front row view of this thing. I know what it was. And they yelled and screamed, bloody real hard at me and said, we don't care.
Yeah.
You know? And they basically hung up, you know?